So, thank you for anyone who is joining or watching the recording on this. This is Bandit here, and I'm joined by Leif.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. And we have an exciting game as part of the Gold Rush Freefall. I was looking at the names before starting the stream, and we've got the current top 3 AIs in the same game. This is going to be intense.
Yep, this is one of the last 2 games in the round of 16. It's definitely the harder game of the 2.
Yeah, for sure. And let's just have a look at where everyone is, because this is going to play a big part in it, I'm sure. So we have Odette over here in blue, and Odette going clockwise. Next to Odette, we have Brutus, with Brutus being SilverTongue. Odette normally starts quite aggressive, and from personal experience of losing to Odette, I think Melee's probably one of Odette's strongest civs, if not the strongest civ. I've not seen SilverTongue play Tatazo, so that'll be interesting. But poor Rorrik is unlucky, because next to SilverTongue again, we have Vagabond. There's been a couple of times now where Rorrik's AIs have been next to each other, and previously they fought each other. So we'll see what happens this time. But both like to have fairly early Castle Age aggression.
It seems like a theme of this tournament. I think a lot of times Kimberly's AIs would be next to each other.
Well. And Tobi's, right? The king and soldier were next to each other, I think, at one point. The game knows.
Not in this game. The king is the only one of Tobi's AIs in this game. I think soldier's in the other one.
Yes, it looks that way. And I mean, Vagabond's not very lucky could be next to Zebba. Another strong AI here. Hasn't fared too well in free-for-all games, just because it's, I think, had earlier aggression. So kind of tends to fall to the boomers. But you don't want to start next to Zebba for sure.
Nope.
2 Persian players. We got Zebba and Rehoboam playing as Persians for this one.
Both Persians thanks to each other as well.
Yeah, and we've got...
actually, no. Never mind. The Immortal's in between them.
Immortal is next to Zebba here as Britons. And we've already seen nice villager placement there with the lumber camp. Less so with the barracks, though, blocking the berries. Interesting. Next to Immortal, we have Rehoboam, our second Persian player. So Immortal and Rehoboam, generally on Arabia at least, are considered the top 2. So having them next to each other does at least buy everybody else a chance that maybe they'll knock each other out. So we'll see what happens there. And we've got the Morrigan next to Rehoboam, playing as Celts, which I think is... I mean, you've done more work with Kimberly and Morrigan, Leif, but would you still say that Celts is kind of the Morrigan's signature civ, or has it moved on since the other 2 civs have been released?
Certainly the signature. It was also the first one. I think Romans is their strongest civ, but Celts especially, like the Morrigan comes from the Celtic mythology.
Yeah.
It's kind of the core identity of the Morrigan.
And just such, well, it's now more of a meta play style, I guess, but it was one of the few AIs that went for Scorpions, and really embraced it. It's good seeing this in AI form. And then finally, we have the King next to Morrigan, who has done really well for an Age of Kings AI. It keeps saying this every tournament. It's amazing how much value Tobi squeezed out of quite limiting commands, 50 vil limits. it's it's been really impressive. Next to Odette, so again potentially quite unlucky, but we know that once a king hits that 50 vil limit of it, then its food income is going to be used purely on military. So we'll see what it does with that.
At this point, it's hard to not be next to a tough AI.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, particularly in this group, right? This, as you said, of the two, I think this is probably the trickier one on paper.
For sure.
So we've got a few AIs already in Feudal Age: Morrigan, Rehoboam, Odette, and Zebba. Surprised Immortal isn't. But it's Drushing, so that'll be why. Odette's going
Drushing
for
Rehoboam.
Yeah, and
Rehoboam
will defend. And we've got a men-at-arm rush from Odette coming in towards the king. Got the archers coming out from Rehoboam. Not too much damage done by Immortal at this stage, so I think the archers will do well. I'm just keeping an eye on the king's vil count as well. Zebba's gone archers with a couple of spears. I do like that Zebba does this. He always produces just a couple of spears with whatever military he decides to go with, just to protect against that initial scout rush.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
The Morrigan also going for Rehoboam. At the moment, just with the scout. I really like the scout micro with Morrigan, where it actively seeks out weak vils and goes to snipe them.
That's kind of what you want to do with scouts early on, is just to find whatever value you can. You'd think that the scout rushes would be a lot stronger versus AI, since they aren't very good at walling up. But AIs have gotten range micro down a lot quicker.
There's a range micro, and I know some of them spread out their spears as well over valuable areas. At least I think Rehoboam does that if you try early enough, which is quite sneaky. This is the worst situation for Vagabond. Vagabond just wants to get to Castle Age. And it's almost got the resources there, because it just wants to get a castle down.
Looks like it keeps on training villagers, though. It gets close to 800, then trains a villager.
Oh. Does it have a market? It does say might trade for that food if the gold keeps coming in.
The good news for Vagabond is because of Zebba's avoidance of the TC, they hardly ever actually fire at the villagers to garrison the... keep all of the farmers garrison in the TC.
It's a wood more than anything. It's a really weird, weird kind of situation where they're dropping off in the TC.
Right.
Odette's still at 4 men at arms, so hasn't done too much damage to the king. King's fending that off with skirms. And spears. An army of 15 for the king, and is going for the score lead, so going for Zebba. Good luck, Zebba.
Yep. All that you can really do with the Age of Kings is attack the winning player or not attack the winning player.
Yeah.
You can't even specify a particular number.
Is it possible to do town size attack with Age of Kings, or was that a Conqueror's thing?
It is. I think actually Tobi added it to the king in a recent update.
Nice. We did see as well, Brutus is also weighing in against Vagabond and won't be afraid to attack farms. It does have the TC avoidance as well, so we might see a clash between Brutus and Zebba in Vagabond's base.
Mm-hmm.
These skirms will die to TC fire.
That's
And
something that
Rehoboam's
Age of
in.
Kings doesn't have, is TC avoidance.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the range battle that we've been waiting for. Immortal versus Rehoboam. Immortal has a bunch of skirmishers, which in theory should make this a pretty easy fight.
They both have fletching. And they both have the armor upgrade.
Multi-kill.
Yeah, there we go.
Not looking good for Rehoboam right now. But we'll have to wait and see if Immortal actually capitalizes on that and goes to attack.
Morrigan's gone to Castle Age, so it could be bad for Rehoboam for a different reason.
Right.
Odette also Castle Age. I know.
Zebba just reached as well.
Oh, nice. There's Persians as well. That could be. It could be interesting to see what they go for. I was wondering whether Odette was going to go for elephants, but I think it's committing to knights, which is a bit more of a typical play. Oh, and the Morrigan's diving in on Rehoboam straight after the archers have been taken out.
Wow.
Brutal. Just long swordsman.
Rehoboam can get a massive crossbows. Might be able to take the long swordsman out, but
Not with 4.
yeah. Right now it's only archers and they're not going to do anything. And Celts have the faster moving swordsman, so hit and run is going to be harder.
And these are villager kills that are happening. Rehoboam will try and build that town centre there consistently. So it will keep calling villagers over, so those villagers will gradually die. I think that's an up-build line that will consistently happen in the same place.
Yeah.
You got another one here, though.
Okay.
Maybe something changed. Maybe he fixed it. I like that the buildings are being attacked. That's really nice. Immortals Immortals now attacking the Morrigan. Brutus is on 3 archery rain production. And the Scorpions are coming out for Morrigan. So there's a lot going on at the moment.
Yep, and something to watch is this is an elimination match, so we'll have after this game and the next game will be the end of the round. Of the AIs in this set, Vagabond, the Morrigan, the King, and Zebba, and SilverTongue all have to do well and have to avoid being the bottom 8 of the last 16 remaining to move on.
I like this from the Morrigan. I think even the one Scorpion could do a lot of damage here, but if she secures the middle, that's great, because she'll make use of that gold, for sure. Ram from Immortal.
One thing is that there's a bunch of AIs that don't do hit and run micro, but also AIs that have hit and run macro often won't really be able to avoid Scorpions very well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Scorpions are after better the more that AIs have hit and run, like group management.
Yeah, and this is before ballistics anyway as well. I mean, it'll still do decent damage. Oh, okay, it's not really a threat at this stage.
And Tobi added a note about the TSA. One of the issues is that you can't really control how many villagers react to a tower. So with the TSA, sometimes if you use TSA, then the villagers would go and try and knock down a tower in the opponent's base, and so we turned it off if there's towers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like particularly in free fall, it's so easy to happen. Really impressed by Brutus. It did have second place score for a moment. And this massive crossbows could cause Odette some problems, because look at the military in the top left. It's just archers and skirms. She stopped producing knights.
Wow.
I think because she's booming.
Odette currently has higher score. But yeah.
I wish it would attack the vills rather than the TC. Oh, it is now starting to do that. Morrigan's pushing against Rehoboam. Rehoboam's in big trouble. The Immortal army I did see wandering around. It was wandering around by Vagabond. I think it's retreated back. Oh, where are you going, sir? Oh no, not retreated back. Immortal's just like, attacking who it likes. It's just going around the middle, finding a target.
Maybe Immortal change targets mid-attack.
Potentially, it's really good at in a 1v1. I think it's really good because it just doesn't let you expand at all. It thoroughly scouts around the area. But yeah, you're right, it's not attacking the bears there because of the weird Gaia DEC bug. I think Vagabond's done. Vagabond is trying to get his castle down.
That could be key.
This is dangerous, Zebba.
Getting this castle, getting that castle down is the probably the most important thing it has in order to keep on going in the FFA tournament.
Yeah. That TC did go down for Odette, the one that was being heavily crossbowed.
I don't see those crossbows now. They must have retreated back.
Yep, they're still alive. We've got more rams being produced. Oh, it's because they're attacking the other side. TSA in action. Oh, that's Zebba's vills. That's Vagabond's vills. That's really nice.
Well, the castle went up, so we got some housesite wagons.
Yeah, great civ for Vagabond as well. Bohemians. Stealing a relic and getting away with being in TC range. That's really nice. Morrigan's pushing on Rehoboam still, and Immortal's pushing on the other side. I think this is the end for Rehoboam, and that's huge because Rehoboam currently in second place, I think.
Looks like it's in third place, just behind Odette right now.
Yeah.
So it's probably not in danger of elimination, but you kind of need those points.
But it's good for all of the other AIs in this game. Like, you want one of the big ones to lose.
Yeah, there's 5 of them that need to do well in order to keep on going.
Immortal's at Imp with 4 TCs. It has the biggest pop. It's looking quite dominant, and it's getting a castle towards the middle, which is securing this gold. There's a load of movement happening over here. I think the army's moving left and right based on whichever building comes close. So every time Odette builds close to the purple town, it becomes a target again.
Well, TC is probably not going to last too long.
No. Nice.
Yeah, if I'm looking at capture rates correctly, Odette still only has feudal age skirmishers.
Yep.
No elite ones yet.
It seems to be switching out to... She was switching out to Mangonels, but again, doesn't have the resources. Oh, castle going down for Zebba. Zebba in trouble now. Hussite Wagons in the base. Immortal's army. Along with Brutus.
No AI can really go against being triple teamed.
No, not at all. And it's got 4 military. 5, 6. Morrigan has got a nice death ball there of 19 scorpions. 22 when they're spread out.
$35 total.
Get him. There we go. Arbalest are coming in.
Arbalest. Those will outrange the scorpions. Let's see what happens.
I was gonna say Arbalest can take out scorpions in one volley with that mass of them. So I don't think the scorpions will last. 2 groups. That's really nice from Immortal. 3 siege workshop production of scorpions for Morrigan, making use of that gold. Have they just been upgraded? They're now heavy scorpions. Vagabond just lost both its castles.
Wow.
I think that's Brutus.
Might be the end of Vagabond then.
It's building 2. It's built 2 more TCs behind, but it's on 18 bills, so it's got to rely on someone else being distracted.
It's kind of unfortunate. The previous tournament, we saw multiple games with Vagabond getting to like 30-40 organ guns. But I don't know if we've really had a match where Vagabond is able to fully boom and get to its like massive unique units.
Oh, nice snipe there from the Treb. I think being Britons has made a big difference here. I think the extra range on the Arbalest. It's got Onager as well. It's really nice. Morrigan isn't going to like that mix. Brutus claiming another victim. I think Odette's going down. There's a load of skirmishers, but they're still... They don't have Bodkin. They're not elite. They don't have the armor upgrade. That'll just fall to these crossbows.
It's probably the last important battle for Odette. If she loses this, then...
and she surrenders.
And SilverTongue's going to take over.
Brutus attacking on 2 fronts. Going straight for Vagabond, and Vagabond is probably next.
I don't know if anyone predicted that Rehoboam would be lowest score.
Yeah. But it was poor positioning for Rehoboam as well. It looked like it was deflecting the first attacks fine, but I don't want to be between Morrigan and Immortal, for sure. Really nice castle placement for Zebba. And getting war elephants. It is, it's making it.
It's kind of fun to see. Might not do well against Lombos, but...
It's taking the middle space, though. That castle will go down. Immortal and Brutus with fairly even military numbers.
The Morrigan actually has the most pop, but most of it's in villagers right now.
Yeah.
And
actually doesn't have the most TCs either.
I don't think we commented on it, but Odette resigned.
Yep. Odette resigned pretty quickly once Brutus got into the middle TC. But really cheeky of the king. Nice repair on the castle. And we're seeing a load of switch targets, which is interesting. It's all going to fall down on who attacks who, like when.
Right.
Immortal could still lose this. Oh, that's problematic, Zebba. Can't quite find the gold.
The gold's going to be important in this game.
Really
Seems
nice
like the
castles.
top 3 AIs have all claimed some gold, but Zebba has not.
Yeah.
I think Zebba's in the middle, but just not defending him with a castle.
Mm-hmm. The outpost really helping there. No murder holes. That castle will go down.
Eventually.
Relatively quickly. It's
Yep, infantry have that attack bonus.
oh, really nice micro here. That onager getting a lot of value.
Yep. Immortal is pretty good at using onagers. Perhaps the best AI, not surprising.
Yeah.
I think it can use either focus firing or attack round, kind of, and it calculates which one is more advantageous.
I have seen the video of Ethiopian siege onagers taking down a wall of paladins that he released on YouTube for that. Disgusting micro. Skirms are quite good here, but I don't think they're being microed. I think at this stage they're just being left under a town size attack for Zebba. Hand cannoneers. I don't think you're going to get away with that, Brutus. Oh, that's a lot of idle villagers now. Trying to build a fort castle. So no surrender, but we've got the King, Vagabond, and Rehoboam basically out of the game. With Odette also surrendered, so we are down to a final four, and the final four has only one of the top 3 in it.
Yep. Probably not exactly how you think this match would go.
Not at all. Really impressed that Brutus managed to take down Odette so dominantly.
Yeah, it's good at building a mass of ranged units, and if it's allowed to build them up, it does pretty well.
I just tried to have a look at the Twitch chat, but I'm I can't see it for all the adverts. So if there's any questions that come up, if you could just flag them, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat. we had a few comments from GameScod
hype.
about Immortal ranking on macro. And then Tobi's comments around the TSA for the king.
We've got Brutus, and we've got Zebba pushing on the one side. Or Zebba more defending than pushing.
It'd be cool if the Morrigan decided to attack Immortal as well.
Which she is.
This is what we wanted to see.
Two-handed swordsmen aren't going to do
Immortal.
much, but they will distract.
I feel like Immortal might be one of the few AIs that repairs buildings like this,
Yeah.
rather than just relying on the one single villager repair, like the automatic system.
The extreme AI does this now. I noticed.
Okay, that's nice.
And I did add that to Bright Spark fairly recently, but I have to admit that was inspired by playing against Immortal a few times, so can't say that was original of me. But it's nice. It's relatively easy to do if you know DUC. It's not too bad to do. It doesn't break too many
Pretty
things.
similar to telling villagers to attack rams.
Yeah.
The hard part is trying to figure out if it's safe for the villagers to repair. Maybe a bigger one is like switching them back and forth between garrisoning and repairing. If you can manage that.
Yeah, good call.
But the actual like garrisoning them is not necessary, but sort of like the second level.
Well, normally as well, if your building's damaged enough, your villagers can't garrison, so it kind of helps in that sense.
One thing I'm curious about is if Immortal can like garrison a monk in a TC, ungarrison a monk to convert, and then when the monk is attacked, garrison in the TC.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you've seen that trick from human players.
I've seen similar ones as well with hopping in and out of battering rams.
Yeah, I feel like AIs would be pretty good at that. Could have done that even before the button was added to like automatically garrison rams.
Yeah.
So we got Immortal attacking Zebba pretty strongly. It's not looking that great for Zebba right now.
Brutus just wanted to
Below
make sure
100.
Odette's definitely dead.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides at TSA. In order to avoid that, you kind of have to set save town size and then set the target player properly.
Yeah. The Morrigan, though, amazing snipe there by the Treb. That was great. Yeah, the Morrigan's attacking though while Immortal's going out and defending against Brutus and attacking Zebba. So it's defending on a couple of fronts, but it's staying pretty much pop capped, and it's got loads of resources still. So I think Immortal can do this for quite a while.
Yep. It's got a big score lead.
And the elite longbowmen, I'm guessing they outrange castles at this point.
Yep, 6+6. That the only castle that can hit them now is a 2-ton castle.
I think the other thing that potentially helps here is, I don't know if he's done the research, but Brutus, as Tatars, will have extra long-range trebs.
Right. We could click on them and see.
Oh yeah, of course. 16?
Not yet. Not even Siege Engineers. But it'll be cool to see that eventually.
Yeah, it's pop capped. It's made it, and it's accumulating resources. This is a really good game for SilverTongue, and a needed good game,
Exactly.
I think, as well.
exactly. It's in second place right now. I don't know if that's enough to get SilverTongue to move on to the next round or not. Looks like SilverTongue's in 11th place. They need to be top 8.
Okay. Zebba's it's down to 44 pop, but isn't going down without a fight.
Nope.
It's making them work. 10 trebs by Brutus. And Immortal getting his castle denied there.
Mm-hmm.
Brutus has got a really good hold of the middle.
Yeah, that could definitely make a difference. Let's see.
It's a lot
Another
of
thing I
siege.
remembered is that Immortal's not that great at targeting trebs. Sometimes Immortal will ignore them.
Hmm.
A lot of times in FFA games, when Immortal gets defeated, it's because the enemy was able to just kind of slowly treb Immortal down while its ranged units are just targeting units instead of trebs.
I see that quite a few times as well with normal AI behavior as well. In that, I think particularly, I don't know why, but default targeting seems to really like skirms. If you've got skirms in an army, then they tend to be hit with priority. I did notice, just a capture age thing, that the siege rams aren't appearing in the top there. I think it caps it at 5 units. Perhaps.
And probably the 5 most numerous ones.
But that is a lot of siege rams.
Wonder if we get 10 siege rams, maybe we'd see them in the UI.
Brutus, what
But
are you
having
doing?
9 trebs is pretty good. No, you need to let Morrigan attack Immortal instead.
Brutus is like, I can take on the Morrigan and Immortal at the same time.
That's what TSA does. It like hits everyone at an equal range.
Great villager defense there against the Rams from the Morrigan. I think the Morrigan is struggling now, being attacked by both Immortal and Brutus. And Brutus, this might be your mistake, mate.
Yeah, Immortal below 100 pop.
Though look at the resources.
Kind of,
Brutus's
Immortal's
resources.
low on gold though. Yeah.
What's it using the gold on?
I could see Immortal using it on Onagers and Longbowmen.
Oh, the Longbowmen now.
Those are both pretty gold heavy.
Zebba finally resigned. 4th place.
Yep.
Solid performance.
And Zebba's right above SilverTongue in the current standings, 10th place. So 4th place is good, but I don't know if it's enough to keep on going. We'll see.
Well, like you say, all of the AIs at this stage they're really good. So
yeah,
you don't want to say goodbye to any of them, really.
I know. When I was looking at the previous FFA, the lowest scoring AI was Myar, which Myar is a great AI too.
Wow.
The second lowest AI was Zebba.
That's crazy.
Zebba wasn't as strong as it is now, for sure.
Yeah.
Zebba's grown a lot.
It just shows how much luck goes into it, though, because I would say Maya is quite similar in strategy to Naga. And Naga's been one of the top performers in the first round here.
And I would say that Maya is kind of a more aggressive Naga. It's about as strong of an AI that you can get without ranged micro.
Did Rorrik update SilverTongue for this round of free-for-all?
I don't think so. I think it's been at this version for a while.
It's just amazing
But I'd
that it
have to double
secured the
check.
middle with all these castles. Like that seems deliberate for this map. It's done a really good job.
Yeah. Morrigan down to below 40 pop.
Yeah.
So now
Awesome.
it's basically a 1v1.
Brutus throwing away units. Don't do it, Brutus.
And throwing away trebuchets against Zebba. Not throwing them away, but make me put to better use.
Yeah, I suppose it will stop him from running crossbows under the castle. But yeah, really nice one, Immortal. Tidying this up. It looks like it's found gold as well. Where's it found gold? There it is, on the edge of Morrigan's base. So it does have a chance to come back.
That's important.
We might see similar in Zebba's base if there's... it's taking stone from there. I don't see gold here, actually.
Zebba might have gathered up all of it.
Yeah. So many trebs to keep tabs on for Brutus.
And 5 siege rams. They're appearing now.
Oh, there we are. Yeah.
Too bad the Tars don't have Arbalest. They could be pretty useful for SilverTongue right now.
Has got all of the other upgrades though.
Yep. Plus the free thumb ring. I think because of that, Tatars can do a pretty good crossbow rush. Definitely not one of the best and weaker than Britons, but still.
It'd be nice to see it switch out to Cav Archer, because they've got decent Cav Archers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people would say that they're the best.
I do like that it's going
like
Hussar
a tie
though.
between Tatars and Magyars. Which ones you pick.
Yeah.
Might be the
Morgan.
best ones in Castle Age.
Morgan about to...
9 pop for the
squeeze
Morrigan.
out.
And
The
Immortal's
purple's
under
everywhere. Look how spread out it is.
Yep.
Which could work really well. I don't think... Because there's no like single spot that Immortal can concentrate on. So it's just damaging
Exactly.
on so many levels.
And also, I think it's Immortal's longbow still in the Morrigan space for the most part.
Going for Odette. Yeah, it doesn't have self-preservation high on the list.
I wonder where they're going.
I really hope Rorrik gets to see this game. Doing an amazing job. Just a really good late game composition.
Exactly.
And it's got the food as well. Like it could just keep going.
Yep. Our Hussars are also pretty good.
How many stables does it have? That's houses.
33 houses.
15 at least.
That might be enough.
21,
21.
yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, with all of that food, even if it starts losing pop, it will just keep producing. That's really nice.
Right.
I think
Are
this is
Marvel's
over.
units in the left side of the screen? Or the left end of the map?
Oh,
It must be some sort of bug.
or it's like patrolling, right? Like it's because if it was the typical issue of trying to get to the left side of the screen, I think they would have frozen.
Right. It's almost like they picked like a target point and then are patrolling around that looking for enemies. Like it picked the wrong destination.
Yeah.
I think it's possible that the SilverTongue might have still overwhelmed Immortal's armies if like Immortal retreated from the Morrigan, brought its units back.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think the Trebs being quite spread out would have stopped Immortal from expanding. There's a nice castle outside of the middle as well, just to keep that area pinned down.
Yeah, Games God was commenting that Immortal doesn't want to defend itself, even if like there's a bug with the coordinates. Like it seems like whatever bug that or whatever code that Immortal has to defend its own town is not firing right now, or maybe that itself is bugged.
Immortal's not used to needing to defend its town. That's probably it.
But when it does, it's good at it. It's also good at recovering.
The villagers have nowhere to hide. Normally Immortal's so good at running its villagers, but again, everything's so spread out. They're just caught in the net.
Yep. One thing I have learned is that it's really important to have ranged units as part of your army. I think crossbows are pretty good at that.
Yeah.
A lot of the generals' armies kind of focus on melee units, and I think a lot of times it might have an edge but kind of lose to some other equally strong AIs. And it's usually because those AIs have a bunch of ranged units.
And the meat shields just keep your units still just long enough for the shots to go in.
Yep.
Another castle on the hill as well. That's nice.
How many castles does SilverTongue have? In first place right now for SilverTongue.
Amazing. 7 castles by the looks of it. I was quite surprised actually seeing that the scores were so close when it looks like SilverTongue is so dominant. Amaze's units haven't come back yet.
They seem to be moving to a different spot now, though.
Oh, now you're in danger.
You've lost everything. Now let's do something with the units. Now, if they started attacking SilverTongue's base, that could be interesting.
Oh, the TC went down, right? So its town was no longer down here. Like its town position would have changed.
Maybe so. I think position south will keep it'll remember where the original TC was until you build a new one. So I don't think, unless you're a nomad where you don't have a TC at all at the start, I think position south will always be a place that's not the left corner.
Yeah. Though, if you're using just a search, then that might trigger something. But I don't know.
Right.
These definitely look like they're glitching out. They're not avoiding castle fire.
Like they should probably avoid.
Yeah, that. And it also, the way they were flickering, it looked like they were changing between modes of some sort.
And now seems like they're still kind of on their patrol mode.
And it's surrendered. Just
now
Morrigan
it's just
remaining.
down to the Morrigan with their 22 units.
And I'd say with such a big score difference between these three, I can't see the Morrigan's position changing. So I'm going to speed it up a bit. Just to see what happens off the back of this. Here we go. got the relics. Nice. And he's retreating. Oh yeah, this is TSA in action, isn't it? It's going for for the nearest building.
Yeah, but there's a way to do TSA where it's not always just the nearest building. What I like to do is like get the distance of the nearest building and then increase TSA by 20 tiles further than that.
Nice.
And then what that allows you to do is set the defense priority so that your units will target the most important buildings within that like 20 tile zone.
Does that allow you to eliminate walls as well from that search?
No, but you can set walls as lower priority. Alright, well actually technically I think you could. You could set the priority to -1, and then those walls would be ignored.
Nice. I imagine the tricky part then is finding out when to do that, because you don't always you do need it to attack walls at some point. I think it was a general.
I've been toying around with is finding a way to like, okay, you loop through all of the enemy's wall tiles, and then see, like, check the tiles around each one, like the all of the 8 adjacent tiles near that one wall piece, and then find a way to calculate if there's a gap around it.
Yeah.
And then if you rather than using a path distance, I still haven't like graphed it out to like see if there's like a consistent way to figure out if there's a gap. But if you can just kind of do that around all of the walls, and then it's like, okay, we have a gap, then adjust the priorities.
Yeah.
And then maybe save the coordinates of the gap, and you can like set a waypoint for the armies to go to this gap point and then go into the target.
Yeah, that's a nice way of doing it. And the game's over. Brutus.
Yeah, good game, SilverTongue.
SilverTongue takes a win in what was probably the trickiest set of 8 we've had so far.
Yep.
Rehoboam 8th place, Vagabond 7th, the King 6th, Odette 5th, Zebba 4th, Morrigan 3rd, and Immortal 2nd. Good game for the Morrigan as well, I have to say. Like, the Morrigan's been unlucky in some of the earlier games being rushed. So nice to see it back in the top 3 for this one.
Yep, and actually the Morrigan is one of the AIs that's in danger of not continuing on. So we'll see if this 3rd place is enough.
In the meantime, we'll look at the stats. Wow, just a sea of purple. the raise to losses ratio.
I find it funny that Capture Age has a raising ratio.
Yeah.
Raisins to death. It's always either like near infinity or near 0.
26 conversions. Immortal had more kills.
That makes sense. Longbows are deadly.
Yeah. Yeah, also had the bigger army. 666 total military units made overall. The Morrigan made the most, though, in total. Interesting. I guess that most would have been mostly two-handed swordsman.
I think so. And I think that might be where a lot of Immortal's kills came from.
Yeah.
Is the Morrigan just kind of sending two-handed swordsmen to their death.
Yeah, fed them in. Whereas I think Immortals would have been halberdiers. Eventually went mass halberdiers.
Yeah, when it ran out of gold.
I think just what I really like, and I saw Rorrik do this during Script Off actually. He has a rule where you can search all of your, or you can search to see if your production building is training. And if you combine that with if you have the resources and pop space to produce something, you can make smarter decisions on like building out your production buildings. This one went a bit overboard with 20 odd stables, but it was never gonna go below 200 pop because of it,
Yeah.
which so many AIs, including my own, don't really do. Um, so yeah, brilliant
Also, if
late
you've
game.
got over like 2,000 wood, you might as well use the wood on something.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um,
I was looking up SilverTongue. Looks like the last update was back in May. Yeah.
nice.
So I don't know if the castles, if that was added just to support Gold Rush in the past, or if it happened to just be maybe something like place control where you're placing
Towards
it
the
toward
enemy.
the target enemy at like a 20 or 30 tiles forward of the TC.
That makes sense though, right? Because if it or in front of other castles, I think the aiming it towards an enemy would explain why it went towards the middle, maybe because Immortal was the target or had a higher score, um, and then it built out towards to Zebba and the Morrigan when it was changing targets.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much how the general always builds the castles. It builds one as a fairly defensive one, and then it builds like 10 or 15 tiles further toward the target enemy after that.
Nice. I think Rehoboam does the same thing as well with a chain of castles. Um, that's an insane feudal time. The 9 minutes 37. That's the Persian TC work boost at work there.
Yeah, plus probably a pretty aggressive pop time. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's like what kind of pop that would be going up, but
could probably. Oh, can we find out? 9 minutes. 21. Because the villager production would have increased as well. So because of the TC work.
yeah. If you like the yeah, it looks like we're nearing the end of the stats, so I can update the leaderboard if you like.
Yeah, and I've got it all set on OBS. So he says I did have it. It's because I got Twitch open, I think. Interesting. Excuse me while I solve some technical issues. There we go. I just had to refresh it. So let's take a look at the leaderboard so far. We mentioned Immortal, Odette, and Rehoboam being in the top three. I think the ones maybe we should focus on are the ones who are not in that top three, because I think all of them are in the orange. Vagabond, it needs to get in the green, so would have needed at least second or first place. It needed 20 points to compete for the green area. So I guess that means regardless now, Vagabond is eliminated.
Yeah, at least third place, which should give you. Or hold on. Yeah, you're right. Second and first place.
Because it's
Since second would give you 24.
Yeah, it's triple points, isn't it, for round 2?
Correct.
Soldier hasn't played yet. Bambi hasn't played yet. The Morrigan gets 3rd place. Morrigan needed at least 15, assuming Supervillain gets last place, which is not the right assumption to make at all. But
So that
let's
would be at least third
best case
place.
scenario. Yeah, needed at least 3rd.
Which that's what the Morrigan got. So she might
18
be in.
points, which puts her. That would put her at 41, I think. So that pushes Supervillain down into the danger area. But Morgan's still potentially in danger. She would require all the ones underneath to stay where they are,
Which is a big gamble.
including her other AI, right? Including Kimberly's other AI, Byzantium Imperium. Couldn't have that overtaking either. To be honest, I think Kimberly would be quite happy with Byzantium Imperium qualifying, even if Morrigan doesn't. Because I know that's been kind of one of her more recent AIs that she's been working on.
I think she'd be surprised but happy.
Yeah. It's done an amazing job considering it survived sudden death in the last game to be top of that area. The king. So the king needed at least 14 points, which would be it would have needed 3rd place, which it didn't get. So unfortunately, we will lose the king regardless. Oh, okay. I mentioned that the Morrigan would appear in that last slot, assuming that no one overtakes her. But here we have SilverTongue and Zebba,
Which might,
which
should.
already is going to bump her down, I think. SilverTongue, 1st place. That's an extra 30 points, which brings SilverTongue to the top 4th place so far.
Yeah. Ready for me to update the actual points?
Sure. Yeah, we can confirm that in a mo. But SilverTongue's done really well from that. Zebba,
Exactly.
Zebba 4th place, right? So Zebba needed at least 6 points to get up, which would have been 6th place. It got 4th. That's 12 points. So again, also brings it up to that spot. So there's going to be a bit of bumping up and down. I suspect we've had some nudges, and I think from that we already lose a Morrigan just about.
Yeah. Well, here's a moment of truth.
Dun dun dum.
Whoops, that's wrong. 7's supposed to be for Vagabond. Yep, so Vagabond is eliminated.
Yeah.
See the king. The king is eliminated.
Yeah.
Like we said. All right, 5th for Odette. And temporarily above Immortal. But that's not going to last.
that will change, yeah.
And then Zebba's 4th place. So jumps
Very nice.
Zebba up into the green, but bottom of the green. And
Supervillain now
3rd
in the
place for
danger
the
zone, but
Morrigan.
has a game to play.
Yes. Yeah, Morrigan didn't make it out of the orange.
It
Now
just shows
2nd
how
for
tough
Immortal.
this or how brutal this round is.
Exactly. And half of the airs are eliminated. And then 1st place for SilverTongue. Up into the blue.
Amazing. Really nice job there for SilverTongue. Immortal now top of the pack, which is kind of deserved. It's been really consistent.
Exactly.
And actually, it will stay in the top spot, right? Even if Definitive Edition AI wins, that would only take it up to second place, just about.
Right. The most you can get is 30 points in this round.
So let's look at the ones that we have remaining then, because this then plays a part into what to expect in the next round. We've got Soldier here, and at least one thing we can take joy from is if Soldier wins, it can still qualify. So there's no situation here where any of the AIs in the next game, there's no point in them playing because
hopeless.
they'll always be eliminated. They all can qualify. Same with Bambi.
Yep.
And actually, again, this is big assumption. Assuming if the general got 8th place, then Soldier and Bambi could get 2nd place in the next round and get that bottom spot or be in sudden death position, right? 24 points for 2nd place. So that would bring him up to 45.
And then have a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Byzantine Imperium, that would be a good tiebreaker as well, actually. Very different styles.
Yep.
Then it
already had a tiebreaker with Byzantine Imperium.
Yeah. Which could still happen. 12 points would do it. Which means 4th place.
Which is possible.
So 4th place would get it up there. Supervillain. Supervillain's in a really good position, to be fair. It needs.
It can get 5th and still technically survive.
Right? Because it needs 7 points.
And 5th place would get it 9.
So 5th place and above, and it could do that. Supervillain doing an amazing job as well. Like first tournament, and has been really putting on some good shows. I hadn't clocked this, but we mentioned about the Morrigan already being eliminated. I hadn't realised that Zebba has also now already been eliminated by 1 point. So we will definitely be saying goodbye to Zebba at this point.
It feels sad.
Yeah. Well done, though. Again, amazing AI. Great to see it in action, and it's had a couple of really good fights this round.
Never got above 4th this round, but had a 2nd and 3rd place finish in the first round.
And it was one of those where it was one of the leaders for quite a while in one of the previous games, and was one of the big scary armies, and I think it was one of those where it spread its units too thin and then lost its grip. But it's had some time to shine. And then we've got the General, Naga, Mangadai, and Definitive Edition AI. The General's looking a bit wobbly, but in order for it to qualify, it just needs to, stay. Well, it's a 7-point difference between it and Supervillain. So, it just needs to. I would imagine like a 6th place would guarantee it to go up, because it just makes the work a lot harder for anyone below it.
Right. I would guess that the AIs that are in the green zone right now, as long as they're not eliminated quickly, they should have a good chance to move on.
Yeah, potential chance for an upset if any of them get last place.
Yeah, Supervillain, Byzantine Imperium, Bambi and Soldier are the ones that really have to worry. They're the underdogs.
Yeah. And it's going to be an interesting one seeing the next game because we got Naga and the Definitive Edition AI. We've seen them battle before, both quite strong boomers, but all. And I put Bambi in that category as well. But all of the others are aggressive, so there's room for disruption there, for sure.
Yep. The general is aggressive, but vulnerable to early attack.
Yeah, it's
Or could fall to Naga or the DEAI.
So positioning is going to be a big one there. Positioning and targeting. Well, I'm mindful that we do have the other game run, but I think Arandi wanted to run one of the other game over the weekend. I think he said Sunday. So we'll let him confirm that. But I'll hold off there so that we've got some time to build up before the next game. But we're very quickly going into the penultimate round, which will just be 3 games, right?
Yep. Correct, yep.
And will that be, with that round, because only 8 will qualify, does that mean the same 8 will just play 3 games against each other?
They will.
Okay, so again, get a good mix of positioning there. And then the final 4 will come through.
Will matter a lot more, and less so about the pool of AIs that happen to be in the game you're playing in.
And it's 5 times, it's a multiplier of 5 for these points as well. So again, that round those rounds will weigh a lot more. So again, it'll be more about consistency at that point.
Yep, that's for sure.
Very nice. And I think we'll be on track then, I reckon, to get this wrapped up before Christmas, which is nice. It'd be good to get that finish line sorted.
Yep, that's my goal. And if we can't do it with streaming, I'll be posting the Rex so that we can get it done before Christmas time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think from our side, maybe we can message offline as well to see if we got a bit of a plan of when we might be able to stream. Because if it does mean that we need to get more games done quicker, I can maybe get one done tomorrow morning. It just depends on how quickly we can get the games run. Because obviously you need to know who qualifies, right, before running the next games.
Yeah, well, I know who qualifies, so I can technically run the games.
Ooh. I won't
Because
say.
I'm chatting, providing commentary on stream, but I've watched the games already. So.
Nice. Yeah.
I try not to give spoilers.
You've done a very good poker face throughout.
You can't even see it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, in that case, I'm going to leave it there. But thank you, folks, for joining. Congratulations to Rorrik and SilverTongue for an amazing performance taken on there. And yeah, thank you for joining, Leif. It's been great.
Yep. Thank you, Bandit, for streaming.
No problem at all. Thanks for running. And yeah, we'll catch you again at some point, I'm sure, over this weekend. Take care, folks.
Sounds good. Yep. Bye, everyone.